Political analyst Peter Wickham is warning that the Caribbean should be deeply concerned about the growing U.S. military aggression in the waters of the southern Caribbean. The United States has increased its naval presence off the coast of Venezuela, justifying the deployment as part of its anti-drug trafficking operations. So far, 3 strikes have been carried out on vessels allegedly transporting drugs, resulting in the deaths of those on board. While these actions have been welcomed by Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister, Mr. Wickham told Newsline 360, a TVC Channel 40 program, that the situation poses serious risks for the wider region.
I think the Caribbean should be concerned. I think they should be concerned about the global political realities, about the prospects of the Trump administration. The Trump administration, in my view, is to some extent unhinged and also intoxicated with its own power. And a government like that does stupid things. And certainly an attempt to invade Venezuela would be one of those stupid things. My hope is that the Trump administration would not want to do it, largely because an invasion of Venezuela would not be successful. And, you know, the United States of America has invaded Afghanistan and Iraq and other places, well, invaded Grenada as well. And Grenada was probably one of the easiest to achieve success simply because, you know, you had nothing really to knock over in terms of an army. In the case of Venezuela, it's a vast country with some resources to fight. And an invasion of Venezuela is no easy task. So if they did that, they would be caught in a quagmire. And my feeling is that what the Trump administration prefers to do is to just stay on the sidelines in international waters and shoot boats out of the ocean. You can shoot at and kill fishermen and say that they're drug dealers if you want. No one is going to know the difference because dead men tell no tales. And I think that if you want to claim that as your success, it would make sense to continue doing it because you have the military might to do it.
Wickham noted that Caribbean leaders are often divided on matters of foreign affairs and believes this issue will be no different.
We have a problem in the Caribbean with foreign policy. Foreign policy at the CARICOM level is led by Jamaica. Jamaica has different foreign policy interests to the rest of us, and they have always had a relationship with the United States of America that has been kind of cozy, especially under the Jamaica Labour Party. My feeling is that they will not want to offend Donald Trump, or they would not want to go any differently. If they are leading the charge in terms of CARICOM's response. You would recall that Prime Minister Holness was one of the few leaders that went along with Chastity and 1 or 2 others to Mar-a-Lago a few years ago when CARICOM took a position that they were not involved because they found that that was not good for CARICOM relations. Jamaica is leading the charge in terms of foreign policy, but yet still can't make any definitive statement because there's no unity within CARICOM in relation to these matters. So as to who I think will speak, perhaps Ralph Gonzalez will continue to speak as long as he doesn't have his own distractions. You may get something out of Prime Minister Motley, who has the flexibility of a parliamentary majority that doesn't mean she needs to look over her shoulder. But I don't think you're going to get much out of the others because, to be honest, in a situation where there's no huge benefit to be gained from saying something, perhaps the best thing to do is to say nothing. And it doesn't impact on the leadership of St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Dominica. So why should they get involved?
Meanwhile, Venezuela has condemned the U.S. deployments, calling them threats of regime change. President Nicolas Maduro has ordered the mobilization of militias and troops, warning he would declare a republic in arms if U.S. forces attacked. The full interview with Peter Wickham is available on the TVC website, tvcplus.live, and on the Television Caribbean YouTube channel. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.